Welcome back to BFHS SWENext Summer Challenges. SWENext is a club that strives to inspire young girls in our community with STEM. Due to COVID-19, we've decided to continue our outreach events online. Today, we're going to delve into real-world problems.
At the core of engineering is problem solving, something that we can apply to our own lives every day. Engineers create positive change, and we can follow them, starting in our own communities.
Here in New Orleans, we've recently been having trouble with floats and their problematic designs. Some people have gotten serious injuries because they walk in between connected floats. Another problem is the plastic beads that we all know too well. Uncut beads have clogged storm drains, polluted rivers and lakes, and created health hazards for those forced to collect them after parades.
For this challenge, you're going to have to find a solution to these problems. Use your knowledge and do research about float design and safety to figure out the best way to fix them.
But don't worry, because we're here to get you started. Traditional Mardi Gras floats are large, decorated platforms that workers throw toys and beads from to crowds of people. Now, usually, trucks pull these floats. However, there are an average of 50 trucks in a given parade, which can create some problems.
Trucks are really bad for the environment because they burn off fuels that end up contributing to global warming. Scientists and engineers are constantly trying to find better sources of energy, which is important to account for when we build vehicles.
In physics, we primarily look at kinetic energy and potential energy. Kinetic energy is our energy of motion. If you see something moving, that means it has kinetic energy. Potential energy is any energy that's stored. The most important part about energy is that it's conserved, which means it can't be created or destroyed. It just takes a different form. For this reason, many forms of potential energy, like chemical energy, gravitational potential energy, and elastic potential energy, are used as sources of energy that convert into kinetic energy. Most cars use chemical energy. For example, a parade float starts moving because the potential energy that was stored as gas in the tractor is burned up and is converted into kinetic energy. Most tractors rely on fossil fuels and the energy that they produce from combustion.
But these are very harmful to the environment and are not sustainable for the future. So we may consider trying to find another source of energy for our own float. This is where gravitational potential energy comes in. Gravitational energy deals with objects that aren't on the ground. For example, when you hold a pencil up in the air, it has gravitational potential energy. When you let go, that gravitational potential energy transforms into kinetic energy, which is why the pencil will fall. Similarly, elastic energy deals with stretched objects such as rubber bands, blown up balloons, or springs. When you stretch a rubber band, it has stored energy that converts to kinetic energy when you let go. This is because it wants to restore to its original state.
What other types of energy could you use to power your float?
For the purposes of this challenge, your float should have blueprints with clear labels of important design features. After all, that's where all great engineers start. Take a picture of your drawing or show us in your video. Just make sure we can see all of the work you put in.
Along with your blueprint, we want to see your research in action. Build your very own float that follows your blueprint. Show us how your float moves and what type of energy sources you used. Can your float move on its own? Is its energy source sustainable and does it minimize detriment to the environment?
We also want you to find a balance between safety and fun. Having one float is safer because there's less risk of getting injured, but having two floats is more fun. Is it worth it? Weigh both your options and try to come up with a good compromise between the two. If you have two floats, you'll get more points, but only if you can find a way to do it safely. So be careful. You'll have to figure out a better alternative for the connectors that people can easily trip over. What safety equipment and measures do you make on your float?
Finally, we want to see your creativity. Whether it's with a theme or with exciting details, your float should reflect you and your imagination.
If you want an extra challenge, try including an environmentally friendly alternative to Mardi Gras beads. Make your own throw that you could throw in a parade, and you could get bonus points.
To see the official scoring rubric, visit our website linked in the description. For this project, you'll be getting 2 weeks. The project is due on Friday, July 24th at 11:59 Central, and the winner will be announced on Sunday, July 26th. And remember, the winner will also receive a STEM prize. If you have any questions, feel free to send us an email at husey22@bfhsla.org. Good luck, and welcome to the Krewe SWE.